Hey everybody, this is Lisa. Okay, you guys, I am here to do a tutorial, my very first tutorial here on my channel. I've never did a tutorial, but several people has asked me how I made these flowers in the video that I posted yesterday, and I will link that video in the description box as well. So a lot of people want to know how I made these lace flowers. So I am going to show you. Now this is the green one, the pink one, and I also have this white iridescent glittery lacy tulle as well. So I'm going to set these to the side. And here is the rose that I used. So the pink is very soft. And the green is, it's weird because the green is soft too, but not as soft as the pink. And then we have the white with, like I said, the iridescent glitter. I don't know if y'all can see that. This is like a stiffer, and I know it's because of the glitter. But these rows here, I had purchased these at Joann's several months ago. And when I decided to make some fabric flowers, I said, well, let me try this. And oh my goodness, I fell in love with it. And I can't find it anymore. I can't find these rolls anymore. So maybe it was like a promotion or a seasonal. I don't think it would be seasonal because, like I said, I bought it a couple of months ago. But anyway, I can't find it because I have searched and searched. So I tried to have everything prepared, but just let me cut my tool right quick. I hope I can do this tutorial well enough for you all to understand it. If I bump my camera a couple of times, just excuse me because, like I said, this was my first tutorial. And I tried to have everything ready, but I just forgot to get my tool. So I'm trying to cut it in the little squares right now. So what I did is, on the roll, is I took my roll and I kind of measured it to see how long it was this way, and it is like 7 inches. So what I did is I rolled it out just to make it easier to cut. I cut it at 3.5. So I know when I fold it over and cut it, it'll be like a 3.5 inch square. So I did that, and you're going to need 8 3.5 inch squares for the first layer. Okay. So what I did is I did it again for my second layer. I cut at approximately 1.75 inches. And I got that strip. So this here is my 3.5 inch piece. So what I did is I just folded it over. It doesn't have to be perfect, and I just cut it. So there's my square. Okay. So now as far as the 1.75 inch square, I basically eyeball it to where I could get 3 out of this, like this. And then I just cut it again there. You guys, these squares do not have to be perfect. Sometimes when I get the cutting, I'll end up with a triangle. I mean a rectangle it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. And the tool, I just do the same thing. I just cut it so wide and cut it. I did not even measure the tool. I bought it. Okay, so then you get you a circle, and I use my die cutting machine to cut this piece of felt. And this is approximately a 3¼ round, 3¼ inch round circle. So that's what I got there. Then you need your hot glue gun, and my other hot glue gun tore up, so I had to open this one, and whoo, this thing gets hot, guys. It really does. It is a high temp. And have something to protect your fingers, because you have to mash down. If you don't have one of these little silicone finger thingies, you can use a stick, a popsicle stick or whatever, to do your glue to hold it down. So now I've got my 3½ inch squares here, and my 1 3/4 there, and my roughly 3½ inch square tool. So what I do is I get a piece of tool and my square, and I put it together. You don't have to sit here and, make sure it's perfect. The more that is off-centered, the better. So you just put them together. And what you're going to do is you're going to get your square, and you're going to go from like corner to corner, but you don't go straight up. You just off-center it just a little bit. Okay? And then when you do that, you take this side, fold it up, take this side and fold it up. And then you're going to put just a little bit of hot glue inside there. And then you're going to put some on the back. Put your little thingy on. Okay, and you're going to put it on your felt. Now, I'm going to do the next one before I explain the other little step. Get your tool, your square, put them together. It doesn't have to be perfect. Come up, just off center it just a little bit. Fold this up and fold this up. Put your little bit of glue in there, a little bit on the back, and it doesn't take much. So we're going to come on this side of the piece of felt and put that down like that. So you're going to start it like this, go across. Then you're going to turn it, then you're going to go across this way. That's just to try to keep everything centered, so your flower is not really, really that much off. I know this is kind of like a shabby flower, but you don't want no warped flower. So you're going to come up, fold this up and in, and then you get that little shape there. Put a little glue in the middle, on the back, and then you're going to do this side. And like I said, on your felt, you're not going to go all the way to the center. So you're not going to do point to point. You're going to leave a little space because you got to have some space for your second layer. Okay, so get that. Get your tool. Once again, fold up and in, up and in. And guys, these do not have to be perfect at all. You could just really, once everything's cut, you can just really do them really quick. These flowers don't take, it probably takes longer to cut everything than it does to put them together. Fold it up, in, and in. A little bit of glue in the middle. A little bit of glue there. And then you're going to do the off-center, fill in these gaps. Like that. Get another one. Another piece of tool. Fold it up. Sorry if I was off out of frame. Fold it up like that. A little glue. Now this one you can just go round because you've already got your little routine going. So now you're just filling in the gaps. Okay, get your tool. You're going to take it and fold it up. Fold this one up and in, up and in. Okay, just fill in this gap. Just go round and around. And like I said, you're going to keep, pretty much all of the tips the same. I don't know if you can see, the hot glue gun has got like a little yellow tint. And I don't know, I had a few glue sticks that were like yellow, and I don't know where I got them, but they have like a little yellow tint to them. And I think some of it, I used one of them, and I was like, I don't like that, so I put in another clear stick, but I guess there's still some in the glue gun. Okay, so that right there is the first layer here. Okay, so now we have these little guys here, and we're going to do the same thing. Fold it up, up and in, and you just have a little mini one. Same thing, put your little glue inside. And now you're going to come and you're going to off-center these. Like wherever the lines are, then that's where you're going to put this, and you're going to bring it in just a little bit more. So you're going to bring them in to cover up that empty space, the little gap that we left. So fold it up, in and in. And I'm sorry you're having to watch me do every one of these, but most of you know I do not edit my videos, especially since they took the YouTube editor away. And really back then, I didn't do too much editing. I'm one of those take me as I am, because guess what? Nobody's perfect. I make mistakes. I say words in my videos that I might call something a charm when it's a bead, or I might call lace tool. It's, but hey, nobody's perfect. So I don't try to be, if that makes sense. I do care about my videos, but I'm just, like I said, I'm one of those take me as I am. And we're just going in and we're just filling in those gaps. We're just going side to side. Now, sometimes you will lose your way, because I do all of the time. But you can pretty much eyeball it and tell where the next piece wants to go or needs to go. As long as it's not, a big old gap. So this one's going to go here. Fold this one in, up and up. And I know I've been sick this past week. This weather is terrible. It's like cold one day, hot the next. Like, I'm in Georgia. I probably live about 15 minutes south of Atlanta. So I think we're supposed to be like 75 today. Love that. Okay, where's my other place? But it's just one day it'll be 75, then, the next day it'll be 45. And me and grandbaby was sick this week. with a little cold. And I've been sick more this whole year since probably last October. I promise you I've been sick more this year than I have in the last 10 years. It's like the weather is terrible. Okay, so this is the last one. And it's going to go here. Okay, there you go. And there is the flower right there. Now, you always have like a little space like this in the middle. And that is for you to put whatever beads you want. I've got a lot of them over here that I've made up like this. And then you put whatever center you want on the top. This one is like a gray, and it's got a silver bead on top. So you could always use this and put that in there like that. And it really just depends on what project you're using it on and what color that you need. But I do have a lot of these made up. But I don't have the centers in it because, like I said, you never know what you're going to use them for. Now these, I do have the center in these. These are like a peachy color with just a white pearl center. You don't always have to use things like this. You can use a flower. Now this is just a flower that I had laying around from a swap that I had. And you could take this flower and you could put that in there like that. But of course when you glue it, it's going to go down a little bit. So that is really pretty to me. I really like that. And that orange looks really pretty with the iridescent tool. So you can do it like that. Anything you want to. But now if you don't want anything in the middle, then you could take a few more pieces of this. And you could just keep going until like the center is full like that. So you can do all kinds of things with the center of your flower. Now on these here, I do the same thing. I just cut a little circle out of felt and I just glue it on there like that. Now if you're going to go directly and put this, say if you're going to use this one and put it there, you don't necessarily have to have the felt on the bottom. You could just go ahead and glue it and then put the glue in the middle and then put whatever center you want in that. But if I already pre-make these, it holds it together. And these here, guys, how I use these, I just use whatever beads I have. And I get this this stretchy cord. I use the clear and it stretches. And this is for jewelry, bead and jewelry cord. Excuse me. So this is like a 1 millimeter. It's okay. I think I like this one better. It's a 0.7. It's a little thinner. So I do like this one better. Okay, guys, I'm sorry I had to pause for a minute. Okay, so you can use pretty much any kind of beads you want. Like this one here has some spacers in between. I'm not a big fan on this here. And I think because I'm more of a pearl person, I choose pearls over like a sparkly bling. I always seem to go towards the pearls. But that's just me. So, and I wanted to share a little something with you all. I have purchased these beads here. Now, I don't know where everybody is at, but you see that price? 99 cents. This is really like a bracelet. I bought these at CVS. Yeah, and these are not the cheap plastic. These actually have weight. They're a little heavy. So 99 cents for this whole pack. And there's 2 different sizes on this bracelet. And I was really, when I seen them over there and the sign had 99 cents, I really thought it was going to be the little plastic ones that, you know, sometimes the color chips off of it. But they're not. And they actually have a little bit of weight to them. So like I said, I don't know where everybody's at. I don't know if everybody has a CVS, which is a pharmacy store. But check yours out and see if y'all have any. They're really nice beads. So there is my tutorial that I had a few requests on. And I hope it was something you all can, you know, understood. But like I said, there's really no right or wrong way. And to do it, it's just, you know, make it your own. And I hope you all try to make the flowers. And like I said, there's several tutorials on the flowers out there. So I don't really know who to give the credit to. Because I've seen so many. And people use so many different materials when they do their fabric flowers. So I've watched bukus of videos. And I really don't know who to give the credit to. Like I said, you just have to make it your own. Use what you have. But yeah. So that is how I did mine. And your measurements depends on really how big you want your flower. So I thank you all so much for watching. And I really hope this video helps. Give me a thumbs up if you can understand my video. If not, I'll try to do another one. But I hope you all have a great weekend. And I'll see you in the next video.